Laura A. Grace here, the author of Dear Author, Letters from a Bookish Fangirl, Team Lines of Poetry collection, and Finding God anime devotional for otakus, which is free on a variety of platforms. I'll leave a link down below in case if you'd like to check it out. Happy Wednesday, my friends! I'm so excited you're here, and I do not know what happened, but I actually am filming this for the second time because I was halfway through my picks for today, and suddenly, my iPod just crashed, and I was like, okay, did you save the video, iPod? And no, it didn't. So here I am for take 2, but I'm super excited that you're here. So excited for their Top 5 Wednesday video. Today is really special because I will say that I am making this the colored manga edition. Jazz hands! Yes. As you guys know, I absolutely love colored manga so much. It is just... it is amazing. The price tag is not usually always amazing, I won't lie there, but I really enjoy colored manga, so I'm so hyped to feature all of these titles for today's Top 5 Wednesday. Woo woo. But in case if you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday, Top 5 Wednesday was formed by Lainey back in 2013. The group is now since on Goodreads, and I'll also leave a link down below in case if you'd like to check it out. Basically, each week our host creates a series of prompts, and then on that said Wednesday, we answer that prompt with 5 books, but in this case I do manga, to reflect that said prompt. And today's prompt is first in a series. For many readers, whether it's a small series or a large series, most readers really enjoy reading a series. But there's so many series that are out there. I mean, I have quite a few right here just looking behind me, and that's not even like a quarter of all the manga series that are out in the world. So to help a friend out, what are some first in a series that you would recommend? And that is today's said prompt. Like I say, I'm really excited because all of these picks are going to be colored manga. Now, I have not read all of these. Actually, I think I've read... yeah, I have not read all of these. I've only... yeah, we'll just say that. We'll just stop there. I have not read all of these. I know I already said that, but yeah, we'll just stop there. I have not read all of these, but I'm still really excited to feature them because colored manga is amazing, and this one is definitely no exception. It's probably the one I have that has the most beautiful cover. So kicking us off for number 1, I am going to say the Abandoned Empress. Look at this cover. I will never not get over this, and I'm very curious. Volume 2, I believe, comes out next month. If it's gonna have this foil here at the bottom, and it's yellow, and it's so beautiful. Let's admire it together because I'm just like, oh, it's yellow. And while yellow is not my favorite color, I would say favorite color, not cover, favorite color, I would say more of orange or pink or a turquoise color. I cannot help but just admire this yellow cover because I feel like manga is deeply lacking in covers that are yellow and orange. So I'm really excited. I have not pre-ordered that one mainly because this is a pretty expensive colored manga, and I want to read this one first to make sure that I enjoy it and it's not something that I'm going to get rid of. I did get this with my friend Meg when we went on a manga shopping spree, did a manga shopping haul this past February. It was so much fun, and she had recommended this to me. Also, Meet the Weeb Family Mom had definitely recommended as well, especially if you like I Swear I Won't Bother You Again, which I absolutely loved. I did a video rambling of that last December, and I was like, yes, well, I'm like, if she's comparing to I Swear I Won't Bother You Again, then I'm like, I need it. And then Meg said it's not just an excellent cover buy, but that the story itself is very good. It does have, I believe, darker themes. It is older teen. I think it's the themes, because when I've looked through it and I've skimmed through it, I'm like, there really isn't anything, I don't know, that I was sort of surprised. I guess it had the older teen rating, but it is about this young woman here. She falls in love, the back says, yeah, my only crime was loving you, and she falls in love. I believe he is the prince. This guy, she falls in love with him, but something happens, and there's another lady that's on screen on page, and she wins the prince's prince affections. I don't think it was a competition, so to speak, but suddenly this other girl that's won his affections is this child of the prophecy, and she thought she was the prophesied one to marry the prince and whatnot, but this other girl has basically taken everything from this girl, and something ends up happening and she's about to die. And I think before she dies, she, just like, and I swear I won't bother you again, she's taken back in time. But I think rather than it just being 1 year like it is in the other manga, this one I think it's 10 years ago. And she still retains all of her memories from the past or from the future, but now has them with her in the past. And she's going to make very much different decisions, not fall in love with the prince. And of course, that's going to change time, the future moving forward, because she's not making those same decisions like she did before. I absolutely love that kind of trope. I'm very, very curious about this, and I really need to get on reading this. I was actually going to read it the other day, and is anybody else like a mood reader? I feel like I'll like be determined to read a certain manga and then suddenly like some other manga will grab my attention. Doesn't even have to be a new release, and suddenly I'm like, I want to read that instead. And I'll just dive into that, and so my TBR pile like keeps getting pushed back and keeps growing. But this is one I still would recommend and definitely want to feature because I love the art, love the cover, and it just sounds like an amazing and fascinating story. For number 2, this is another manga I have not read, and outside of my third pick, this is probably the second longest colored manga I've had on my shelf, and that is The Girl with the Sampaku Eyes. Oh my goodness, I've heard such amazing and glowing things about this series. And I have not started it yet, and I keep meaning to start it, but I'm always so hesitant to dive into a series that is taking a while to release, especially if I love it. Even if it's not taking a while, I still really struggle with diving into it. And I've been trying to do a lot better about that because I recently was going through my manga and seeing like what series do I want to keep collecting, and it's just like I forget why I was collecting in the first place when I wait to binge read it when it's over. So I'm trying, with all that said, I'm trying to read them as I get them, but I have not got on the bandwagon with The Girl with the Sampaku Eyes in the sense of like actually reading it. And this one's interesting. I've heard it compared to Kimi Todoke, which we all know is an amazing and incredible manga. Highly recommend that one. But she has Sampaku Eyes, I guess. And I guess if I'm remembering right, when you have that, it makes you look more intimidating and more mean. But she's really a very sweet character, and she has a huge crush on her classmate. And I believe things happen, and so she's sort of getting to know him, and hopefully he is seeing that she's not this mean girl and that she's just very, very sweet and has a huge crush on him. Like I've heard such glowing and amazing things from friends who've read it. We have up to 3 volumes. This is a very slow release, but it feels like it is worth it. So hopefully, talking about it, that I will just like look at this page, like I will actually get up on it, because I love some wholesome and very sweet romance. Like, yes, here's another good page, and it's all colored. And I love how it has a very, sorry, I turned it. I was trying to say, I love how it has a very pastel-like palette, I guess you would say. It just looks very, very pretty. And oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. So yes, I need to read this. I need to get my mood in check so I can go ahead and dive into this one because it just seems so very precious. For number 3, I definitely have read this one, and this is one of my favorite manga. I believe I had this in my favorite manga of 2021 video. I'll leave it here even if I didn't mention it because why not? But it is Play It Cool Guys for number 3. Oh my goodness, I love these guys so much. They are so amazing. This is like my happy manga. I feel like just whenever I pick this up, I always laugh. I always have a great time. These guys are super cool, but they do the goofiest of things, and you just truly cannot help but laugh. And not just the characters, but definitely for myself. It is very, very fun. And while it doesn't have much of a plot, I feel, at least in this first one, in volume 2, it does have more of a plot. And I literally teared up with tears of joy when I saw that volume 3 was finally up for pre-order this year. I am so psyched to read it. I need more of these guys. I really, really enjoy this manga. It is one I would definitely hands down recommend if you're having a rough day and you're like, I really just need something that's fun and goofy and something to just lighten my mood. Yes, Play It Cool, guys, I would hands down recommend. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure he's still my favorite, but I love all of them. They're all sweet, and they're just when they interact with each other, especially more in the second volume, it is everything. And we have a new guy that is going to be, I believe, in volume 3. I don't think he's on the cover, but at the end of volume 2, you definitely get some hints. And I'm just like, yes, I am 100% here for it. Like, I cannot recommend this manga enough. It is just so amazing. And I really enjoy how they did the inside because for each guy, it's a different color. So we have pink here, and then it's going to go over to yellow, and then blue, and then we do have also have green. So that is a lot of fun that they did that, and I really like the feel of these pages as well. For the girl with the Sampaku eyes, it's more of a like paper-like feeling. It doesn't have that same kind of wax. This one's the page quality, I think, is the same. No, I feel like this one's a little bit more sturdier compared to the Abandoned Empress. That one's a little bit more thinner feeling, I think. I guess not that the paper quality necessarily matters when you're reading, but just, I guess, a fun fact to know. Yeah, but I love Play It Cool, guys. Cannot wait for volume 3 to release. It is so good. Number 4, I am so excited to talk about this one. I got it with a gift card for Christmas, and I have been waiting for a moment to talk about it, and that is Wonder Cat Q-chan. Oh my goodness, this was so cute. I am not a huge cat person. I like cats, don't get me wrong, but my family, especially my youngest, is very severely allergic to cats, and so we definitely cannot have cats in our homes or be around any cats or anything like that because of her allergies. So I don't usually pick up cat manga often, just because I don't want the urge to go out and get a cat. And this one definitely made me want to get a cat, especially like Q-chan, because he is so cute. The story centers around this man here. He ends up seeing this cat on the side of a road in a box, and he basically adopts a cat, and this manga just centers around their shenanigans. The shenanigans are so wholesome, very, very cute, and just so very precious. This is a very cute slice of life, very relaxing, and it's just very fun. I feel like I don't know if I laughed a lot, but I can definitely say that I smiled so much because Q-chan's just cute. I mean, that's all there is to it. He is just cute. As I was sharing with the pages, I really love the color palette being pink. I think that's just very fun, and I love the cover and how it is very bright and pink. And this is a 4-panel manga, so it's not hard to read, and it does make it a very quick read because there's usually not much text. Like if there is, like this one is very cute. See, there's not anything being really said right here. We're just having more of the, can't think of the word, but just sounds more or less. So it's very fun. It's very fun. It's one I would recommend to any age. There's just like so much wholesomeness in this, and just it will make you smile. It will make you happy. And I'm glad that I can finally talk about this manga because I really enjoyed this one, and I've been hoping to find the second volume on sale because these are $15, and I really enjoyed it. I read it so fast. I read it so fast. So keep that in mind. If you pick it up, you're going to read it quickly, but hopefully you will have just as amazing time, just as much as I did, because Q-chan, I'm not going to say he's just too cute, but he is just so precious. Number 5, I have not read this one, but before I got my new bookcases, I went actually through my manga collection, and I did unhaul a few things that I didn't feel either I wouldn't be able to finish because it's just so hard to find, or I was not interested in anymore. And I went to check this series, make sure that I'm still excited for it, and that is My Senpai is Annoying. Oh my goodness. So I was really intrigued about this manga because I know at Marg Reads Manga and my friend A Bookish Pen on Instagram, they have both talked about this series, and so I started to collect it, and I haven't actually started reading, but then I was like skimming through volume 1. I think I read the first chapter. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. It is so good. It is so good. I was like, dude, I need to read it. Like, this seems like an amazing romance workplace comedy. Just so good. Their dynamics are absolutely hilarious. I have seen one clip of the anime. I absolutely loved it. It was actually one thing that sort of put it back on my radar, especially with like the new volumes that have been releasing, because I do have, I think it's volume 7. Yes, so volume 7. I have it on pre-order, and just, oh my goodness, I'm like, I need to hurry up and read this because I laughed so much in that little bit of time, and I'm like, I ship them, man. I really ship them. I need to see a romance like full bloom between these two because just their antics are so funny, and the banter that they have together and just their relationship is so good. It is so great. I would definitely recommend this. It was just a fun ride from the little bit I've read. I haven't even read the whole thing, and I am just so excited about it. I really was like, this is one that just can't sit on my shelf to wait for it to end. Like, I need to read this a whole lot sooner than that. And this one is sort of like Play It Cool, guys, where it does have a little bit of the color background. Like, this is green, and then I know it changed colors. Or is it all green? Oh, it's mainly all green, but the back part was purple. But I believe that each volume, I think it changes. Or maybe it's all green. No, I take that back. It's mainly all green with the ending being purple. So I take it back. I guess they're all green, but I really thought that they changed colors on the pages change colors, but I guess they do not. But it is so good. It's what I would recommend, like I said, if you need a romance and you want it in a workplace. So great. So very good. I cannot wait to read more of this for sure. And for an honorable mention, I definitely had to mention this one, and that is Catch Me, Fight Me, Love Me. Oh my goodness, this was so good. In fact, I was thinking this morning when I pulled this off my shelf, I was like, Laura, you know you never did a video review of this? And I was like, I never did a video review of this. You must read this. So one thing I absolutely love about this manga, I'll say, I won't give a full-blown review here, is I love the interracial relationship. Yes, hands down, I am here for it. My husband is Cambodian, and so we have an interracial relationship / marriage, and I just absolutely love seeing that, like, just interracial relationships represented. Yes, we need them more in manga. Like, I am not even gonna lie. We need them more. And this was originally, I believe, a webcomic that was on Webtoons, and then she turned it into a manga, and it is so fun. It is so fun. I had such a great time. If you love the whole fake dating trope, boom, you need to check this one out. It is so good. And there's so much I want to say. The shenanigans were great, and I was really surprised how the last 25%, last quarter of the manga really pulled at my heartstrings. That was some good feels, and I thought originally that this was a standalone. I didn't realize after, or like when I got to the end, that it's sort of open-ended. Yes, it could be read as a standalone, but hands down, I want more of these two. I need to see what's going to happen next because they're just absolutely great. The premise is that these two are going to be on a new, I think it's like a new video series, and they're pretending to be a married couple, but the number one rule is, you guys know it, they never can actually fall in love. Like, that's the rules of the behind the scenes of the show. And, you know, the more that they push each other, the more they get to know each other, that sort of, I think, that sort of actually does become a little bit harder for them, and that is all I will say. I loved this manga. It was so good. In fact, I went and bought her other manga. I will just say, it looks like a comic. It is a manga. I bought this on Valentine's Day when her publisher had a sale going. I don't know if she's still with the publisher or not, because I did see it's officially up on Amazon, so maybe her publisher put it on Amazon. I don't know. But we have another interracial relationship, and I love the quote-unquote backstory behind this. I don't fully remember what it's about, but the mangaka actually said in I think I came across it during one of her reels that she did, and she said, want to see more representation of women who are basically not super thin like we typically see in shoujo manga. And this is how School Memories came to be. It does touch on bullying, and I hear it does have a very sweet message, but it does not shy away from the impact and the effects of bullying on other people. So they look so precious. These two just look so adorable. And so I'm very, very excited to start this, especially after reading Catch Me, Fight Me, Love Me. I cannot recommend this enough. It is just absolutely amazing and would strongly recommend it. She is a, I guess, indie mangaka, self-published mangaka, and they need all of the love. So please definitely go check out both of these. I definitely can recommend this one, especially if you need a lot of laughter. She just writes wonderful romance or romantic comedy, and I just need more of her work. I really, really do. Plus, she also has some really amazing videos on her channel. I'll leave a link here. She does live streams of how to draw webcomics, and I think she has touched on how to actually publish webcomics and manga and such. So I have found that from a writer perspective, I have found that very, very interesting. I'm not an artist, but I think it's cool and I love supporting her. And go check out her work, please. Please, please, please. And with that, friends, I will wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm just so excited I was able to feature all of the colored manga. It's just amazing, isn't it? Such beautiful covers, beautiful insides, and hopefully just as amazing and beautiful stories. But I would love to hear from you, friends. Do you guys like reading colored manga? If so, what are some of your favorites or ones that you've seen that you've been interested in? And if you don't like colored manga, that's totally okay. What are some manga that you have really been enjoying here recently? I would love to hear from you, friends. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!